Yo, 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 it's your boy Chill Broke Millionaires, man. We got a review, man, which was a suggestion from one of the homies in the comments. And it was just basically this K Koke and Nines beef. Let's get to it, man. Let's see what this is about. I didn't even know that them folks were beefing, so that's really crazy. But yeah, I definitely didn't know that these folks were beefing. So we're gonna get to it, man. Let's go.
Grime/rap artist who is considered
Oh yeah, if y'all ain't like, subscribe, share, please do that for the kid. Thank you.
to control drug lines across the country.
Huh, Nina with a Nina, you batty boy. Huh? Whose Porsche is this? You batty boy. Stone busy, kill you.
Yeah. Like, man know who Coke is. Yeah. They face everything. There's youth that I don't know who they are. Yeah. And they want to do me stuff. Yeah.
30 man, K Koke, Church Road, crime scene, one order.
Welcome back to Hut TV 416. In this video, we're going to take a look at the escalating beef between UK rappers, K Koke and Nines, a beef which is deeply rooted in street politics, and which has now turned the streets of northwest London into a war zone. K Koke and Nines are some of the biggest rappers from the UK. Their songs and videos get millions of plays, and they have strong industry ties, K Koke once being signed to Jay-Z's Roc Nation label, and Nines routinely bringing celebrities to his hood, including rapper Tory Lanez and boxer Anthony Joshua.
Yo, we at right now? We out here, Church. Y'all know what it is. Shout my nigga Nines. We all the way out here in London right now. Y'all niggas know it's good, huh?
But both rappers have also routinely had their shows cancelled due to security concerns. For example, Tory Lanez once tried to bring Nines out to a UK festival named Wireless, but police denied Nines entry due to security reasons. K Koke would also say in interviews that the police would routinely call venues he was scheduled to perform at and tell the owners to cancel his shows, or else they wouldn't provide security. This is because, in addition to being successful rappers, Nines and K Koke both have deep street ties, Nines being from Church Road, and K Koke being from Stonebridge. Church Road and Stonebridge are notorious estates located in northwest London, and have been engaged in a decades-long war with each other, a war which has seen dozens of shootings and murders, including of close friends and family members of both rappers. But this war has recently escalated after some very high-profile incidents. In summer 2019, Nines was brutally attacked after two rivals from Stonebridge chased down his Porsche, and then brutally stabbed him in the face.
They chased down his Porsche. How the fuck does that happen? How do you chase down a Porsche?
Rappers. But this war has recently escalated after some very high-profile incidents. In summer 2019, Nines was brutally attacked after two rivals from Stonebridge chased down his Porsche, and then brutally stabbed him in the face. A video later surfaced on social media showing Nines collapsed behind a row of townhomes, injured, and
How do you chase down a Porsche? And then you stab somebody in the face. That don't even make sense. And then you behind some townhomes collapsed. How does it even make sense, bruh?
covered in blood. The attackers themselves also filmed the aftermath of the crash scene. In the video, you can see Nines' damaged Porsche, and the attackers screaming out Stonebridge, while showing the phone they had taken from Nines. He
must come to dry that joint. I would have been sliding that hoe. They would not have called me.
even tagged their
And I would have been dumping at the car.
IG handles on the incriminating video as a badge of honor, showing to the world that they finally got one of their top ops. One of those attackers, a man named Top Shot AR, even dropped a super disrespectful diss.
I just don't understand why these folks sit here and publicize beef like this. Like, why is you bringing it? Why are you recording this? Like, how is it on? How is it a YouTube video on a hit? How do you have a hit on YouTube? Or how did it make it to the internet? Riddle me that. Y'all be snitching on yourselves, man.
Track afterwards called "I See You Crying." This is an obvious play on words.
This man got a ski mask on his face, bro. Do he not think that his name is Top Shot AR? You don't think they can find who you are? What?
As Nines has a well-known song titled "I See You Shining." After the attack, Nines would disappear from social media, as it was rumored that the stabbing had cut into some of his jaw muscles, impacting his ability to talk, and leading people to question if Nines' rap career was over. But the attack on Nines, one of the biggest UK rappers, and a man with deep street ties, sent shockwaves through the streets of northwest London, and even had the newspapers anticipating a gang war. In this video, we're going to get into all of this. But before we do that, I'd like to first ask you to please comment, like, and subscribe. It actually helps push this channel and ensure more content in the future. Nines was born Courtney Freckleton in 1990 and grew up in the infamous.
Bro, I wouldn't even be trying to go back and forth with them folks. I would have let that shit die all the way down. I would have been smiling I'd be smiling just like that every day. You feel me? I would have had them folks thinking that, you know, everything was sweet. Oh, it's good. I'm done. I ain't even rapping no more. I would have been like, nigga, I'm about to go get a job at Starbucks. You feel me? Just so they think everything is sweet. They gonna be making fun of a nigga, everything. I ain't gonna be doing nothing. And then, shit, 2 years later, somebody dead. Shit, next month, somebody else dead. They ain't gonna know what the fuck hit them. Niggas just start dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I wouldn't even been trying to just go back and forth. I'm like, all right, say no more. All right. Straight up, we playing chess out here. Y'all niggas trying to do this shit for the internet.
Church and estate in northwest London, more commonly referred to as Church Road, or Ice City. As a HUD, Church Road has been active for decades, and is home to the Church Road Soldiers, Crime Scene Boys, and Ice City Boys, which are terms used interchangeably. Nines grew up with at least 2 older brothers, including the Church Road legend known as Zeno, or Brand Zeno. In interviews, Nines would say that he avoided rapping as a teenager because he was too busy focusing on hustling, something he would be charged for multiple times. But Nines would eventually form part of a now popular rap collective from Church Road, known as the Ice City Boys, or ICB for short. Other well-known members of ICB, and close friends of Nines, include Scraps, Keys, and Trap Star Toxic, many of whom will pop up later in this video. But, because Church Road is an active HUD, they've had a lot of problems with other HUDs in northwest London, including Stonebridge, which is where K Koke is from. K Koke was born Kevin Giorgio in 1985, and grew up in the infamous Stonebridge estate in northwest London. In a recent interview, K Koke explains that both he and his younger brother grew up as some of the only white kids in Stonebridge, but that his dad and uncles had a reputation on the estate which the brothers benefited from, and also contributed to as problem kids who raised hell. Like Church Road, Stonebridge.
So it seems like them folks inherited this beef, and then casualties dropped on both sides. Both folks was affected, and then both of them happen to be prominent rappers, so they got to represent for each one of their hoods, and then it shit just spiraled out of control. That's really what happened. But now it's too much bloodshed, and he done stabbed Buddy in the face, or his partners done stabbed Buddy in the face, and he probably done rapped about it. You know what I'm saying? At some point, so it's like they too far gone. There's too many egos in the mix at this point.
Which would also have many local groups emerge from the area over the years, including the Thugs of Stonebridge, or TOS, and the group K Koke belongs to, known as USG, which stands for Unfortunate Souls Grieve. However, Stonebridge would see a lot of inner politics between some of these groups, and those politics would periodically result in violence. But, Stonebridge has been at war with Church Road for decades, and this war has no end in sight. At one point, around the mid-2000s, local police even considered Stonebridge a no-go zone, because of the levels of violence on the estate, a place where it was set the law of.
That shit would not fly here. Boy. That shit would not fly here in the States, boy. Them folks be on y'all ass so quick, boy. Man. Oh, it's storming outside for real.
The jungle applies.
There was a lot of stuff that happened there. Police couldn't really go through there. It was just one of those places you just couldn't go.
Before discussing the beef between Nines and K Koke, we have to first understand the beef between Church Road and Stonebridge. The Church Road and Stonebridge beef is much bigger than either rapper, but it's the root cause of why K Koke and Nines have been dissing each other for almost a decade. It's also real street beef, not like the fake East Coast first.
First and foremost, this nigga is he really got me fucked up right here with this shit. I'm gonna let him finish with
this West Coast beef that the American media created in the 1990s in order to sell more records.
Alright, so you're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, you talking about a beef in London. Why is he comparing a London beef to some East Coast, West Coast shit? Bro, do you understand how much violence happens all over the United States, bro? Man, I can put a small town up. I could put, he should, bro. Well, he don't know no better, obviously, because he's using that shit. Nigga, we got some real rap beats around here. Stop, like, what? That threw me for a deuces, bro. He could have chose something else. He talking about not like this a real rap beef. Not like, bro, why'd you choose that of all beefs, bro? You know how much shit going on over here. And you chose that. And that shit was still real. He talking about fake shit. That shit real. The beef wasn't fake. The beef was real. But as far as what he's trying to compare it to, he could have chose anything, bro. Shit, he could have went back to LA and you talk about the neighborhood card and the gangster card. If you really want to talk about bodies dropping, that's a 40-year beef. For real. That's done affected the world. Who is narrating this shit?
Even though the beef between Church Road and Stone.
And if you want to keep it a bean, look at Tupac, what he had over his head. What he had on his head. A red rag. Tupac was from Baltimore. And moved to New York. Then went to the West Coast. But got a red rag on his head. He should have been talking about that LA shit. This man don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Stonebridge.
So with him saying that shit, I'm starting to think that I don't know how credible this damn YouTube video is, because he talking out his ass really.
Has existed since the 90s. We're going to start in the year 2002 for the purposes of this video. In 2002, there was a crazy series of shootings between the two rivals. These events involved Nine's older brother, Zeno, and Zeno's best friend, a man named Cash, the person who reportedly started the whole crime scene boys movement in Church Road. Zeno and Cash would also become infamous for what they allegedly did during this time. This is what happened. In 2002, a man from Stonebridge named Shorty reportedly shot Cash in the face. Cash and Zeno then allegedly went looking for Shorty, and would catch him, of all places, at a club concert promoting anti-gun violence in the black community. It's reported that, after entering the club, Cash ran up the stairs and ambushed Shorty, shooting him in the back of the head, before Cash and Zeno both continued shooting him, while Shorty lay on the dance floor. It's reported that the pair also allegedly killed another person from Stonebridge who was in attendance, a man nicknamed Ends Man. The infamous snitch, Spider, who K Koke talks about on many tracks, would later cooperate with police, and point the finger at Zeno and Cash for killing Shorty and Ends Man. But this was only one of a series of shooting events between Stonebridge and Church Road at that time. In 2005, Zeno allegedly shot up Stonebridge. It's reported that he drove through Stonebridge late one night, came across a group of approximately 18 people who were hanging out on some steps, and then allegedly fired into the crowd, killing a local man named Troy Robinson. These two shootings made it.
You heard this shit? I want y'all to hear this shit. For the young niggas that might watch this shit.
Between Stonebridge and Church Road at that time. In 2005, Zeno allegedly shot up Stonebridge. It's reported that he drove through Stonebridge late one night, came across a group of approximately 18 people who were hanging out on some steps, and then allegedly fired into the crowd, killing a local man named Troy Robinson. These two shootings made a big impact in Stonebridge, and Troy and Shorty's names can be heard on many early songs by K Koke and others.
Now, why in the fuck is you shooting into crowd? I understand, bro, but it's like, bro, nigga, if you really trying to get your mans, bro, why you ain't walking down on him? Why you shooting in crowds? That's how innocent people get killed, homie. All the time. Niggas really don't really be on that type of time, really. They just like to say they did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was me, nigga, I'm one who was the offender. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, I don't know who I hit. I know I hit one of them niggas, and you could have hit they little kid that was in the middle of something. Like, come on, bro. That shit really lame as hell.
Other affiliated rappers. But Zeno had become such a problem for his enemies that Stonebridge eventually hunted him down. In April 2008, Zeno was at a barbershop, waiting for his cousin to get a haircut, when a man linked to Stonebridge, named E1, ran into the shop and shot Zeno in the head.
He did what he was supposed to do. If you're gonna be outside, bro, if you sign this contract, invisible contract, and you take that oath, and you outside, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, broad daylight, I think is dumb as hell, because now you're going to go to jail. You better get caught. They're going to wrap you up. Everybody know who did it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more stealthy if it was me. But I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, don't be out here shooting at innocent people, bro. That shit crazy. If you're going to do it, man, you stand on yours, step on shit, and walk down. And that's just what I believe, bro. Like, don't shoot where innocent people be at. Even the barbershop thing was a little too Cause it was people in there. You could have hit anybody. It could have been the baby in the bathroom. That bullet could have went through cuz and then hit somebody in the bathroom, or you know what I'm saying? You know how these businesses are. My thing is, bro, just be smart about what the fuck you doing. If you gonna do some dumb shit like this. Cause all this shit dumb shit. And I'm not promoting none of it. But what I am saying, there's some dumbass niggas out here that's still outside. They still doing shit like this. So if you gonna do it, bro, just don't be shooting innocent folks. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit where it's at.
Killing him. Ewan and his co-accused in the case, Richibu, were both charged and convicted for killing Zeno. The police considered it a revenge attack for Shorty and Ensman, and both men were handed lengthy prison sentences. Cash and Zeno had already both been charged for
both of their life gone with some dumb shit.
For the deaths of Shorty and Ensman. But after Zeno died, Cash faced trial alone. Cash would ultimately beat the case, after the jury refused to accept Spider's testimony, because they believed his testimony was unreliable given that he was a drug dealer and a snitch. However, Cash would later be charged with murder again, in 2011, after getting into a shootout following a Caribbean carnival, and accidentally killing an innocent bystander. He was found guilty.
It's the dumb shit I'm talking about.
And handed a long prison sentence.
Dude was sitting here and watching it, minding his business, bro, trying to have fun. And then you get hit by a stray, you don't never come home to your kids. And now your life over with. Because you already done beat the double murder. And now look, you got some innocent blood on your hands for being a fucking idiot.
Sentence. This is only a very brief background of the politics between Stonebridge and Church Road. Politics which are very deep and extremely serious. At the same time, the street politics in northwest London become even more complicated when you realize that many of the local estates have split into two warring camps. For example, on one side there is Stonebridge, and other estates such as South Kilburn, which is where rapper C-Biz is from. On the other side, there is Church Road, and other estates such as Mozart, which is where rapper Fredo is from.
Okay.
And man can't tell me nothing because no one's dead over here. The ops are dying, they've been dying.
This is what I'm gonna say, suck your mum, Fredo. You're gonna end up like Lions, you're gonna end up like Scraps, you're gonna end up like Jazzman, you're gonna end up like anybody. You name anyone from anywhere, from Church Road, from Mozart, from Kensal Green, you're going to end up like them.
Bro, why if... I'm gonna say this, clout is the most dangerous drug we have alive. Why are you on Instagram Live if you're famous? I know you outside, but you're famous. Nigga, you're doing shit you're not supposed to do. You on Instagram Live talking about a nigga. Basically, shit, hey, ain't nobody did over here. We killing y'all. We run up the score. Why is you putting this on Instagram, on the internet? And then, bro, like, you gonna end up like him, because he know what's going on. Bro know what's going on, and he's stupid as fuck, too. You sitting here just going ahead if something happened to that man, guess what? You feel me? All they need is that. Whoever made this video, if something ever happened to bro, whoever made this video, they got evidence right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And look at me, I'm reacting to the video. That's how easy this shit spread. And y'all want to continue to just have your fans be like, oh, he real, he this, he that, he outside. Because he make videos about him killing somebody or doing some dumbass shit. Oh, I poke cuz up. You made a video about it. When you could have just not said shit and poked him up and been cool. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I think we do dumbass shit and then get mad because police be on our head. Now, the police do be on some bull stuff sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. They do be on bull stuff. But, bro, you be making their job easy by doing dumb stuff like this.
This is the context out of which the beef between Nines and K Koke developed. The first publicized incident involving K Koke and Nines happened around 2010, when a group of youths from Church Road ran up on K Koke at a barbershop. The incident was caught on tape, and you can see K Koke stand his ground before the youths rushed at him.
What? 30 man, K Koke, Church Road, crime scene, one order. Yeah, 30 man. What? What? Bang the what?
K Koke was left unharmed, but the youths got a hold of his jacket and began pouring beer on it as a sign of disrespect, while also saluting Zeno, who had himself been killed by Stonebridge while at a barbershop.
The roads is cold! The roads is cold, fam! You ran and left your coat today! Yo, give me some juice! What's that? K Koke cold! Zeno Z! That K Koke cold! I see that K Koke! I see that K Koke! Church Road! United goes!
K Koke would later address the barbershop incident in his music. He would say that he didn't deal with the youths or have anything done to them afterwards because he had bigger business to attend to. This explanation was actually based in some truth, as around this time K Koke would sign a record deal with Jay-Z's Roc Nation, a deal he wouldn't want to jeopardize by getting arrested. Though, ironically, he would later be arrested for attempted murder in an unrelated incident, and still be dropped by Roc Nation regardless. But Nines would slickly address the barbershop incident on his breakthrough track, Trapper of the Year. K Koke dropped a song called Lay Down Your Weapons, and Nines would address the barbershop incident by saying, quote, "Niggas violate the ting, no I'll spray them in a second. If I had a record deal, I still ain't laying down my weapon, pussy." This was a direct shot at K Koke, and one of the first times the two rappers would go at each other over the music. K Koke eventually responded to the subliminal with an entire diss track aimed at Nines, called Listen Little Man. On this song, K Koke would say that he only told the kids to lay down their weapons, and that he still had his. He would also ask Nines where his weapon was after his brother died, implying that Nines didn't avenge Zeno's death. But the most quoted line from this diss track was when K Koke said, quote, "Your brother died in 06, the dickheads in the hood giving out turkeys." This line refers to an early video Nines put out before his rap career took off, where he was handing out turkeys to residents of Church Road. In a recent interview,
That's what's up. That's what you're supposed to do. Give back to your community.
Nines would himself say that, before his career took off, and while in jail, people would come up to him and refer to him as the turkey guy, instead of as Nines the rapper.
That's what's mad. I wasn't even known as Nines at that time. The whole jail's just calling me the guy that gave out turkeys.
Yeah, call me the turkey nigga. Yeah, hey, call me turkey man. Turkey bag gang around here. Like what? You should be proud of that. You out here giving back to your community. Old ladies giving you hugs. That's what we supposed to be doing. And on top of that, I'll step on something if I have to. Like what?
Oh yeah. Yo, that's the guy that gave out turkeys. That's the guy that gave out turkeys.
However, on the same diss track, K Koke would make a reference to a chain snatching incident involving Nines.
Ooh.
In 2016, there were two major chain snatching incidents involving rappers from both sides. The first incident was between Church Road and another one of their rivals, the Stonebridge affiliated estate of South Kilburn, which is where rapper C-Biz is from. Sometime during early 2016, C-Biz was robbed of his jewelry while leaving a club in West London. The next day, Nines posted a video of himself with the stolen jewelry while dissing C-Biz, saying not to compare him with these dabbing ass rappers.
I told man don't be comparing man to these dabbing ass rappers, B. Tell your guy come get your This is the old version again. This ain't a new plate. Man's like, don't get that deep. It's only 15 seconds number plate.
Shortly after the video was posted, police claimed C-Biz plotted revenge, resulting in an innocent man being gunned down with a machine gun in a case of mistaken identity.
God,
C-Biz
that's the shit I'm talking about. You know what happened? Why he mistaked who it was? Because he didn't walk down on this man. He probably seen, oh, that's him. You know what I'm saying? That's him. Sprayed him up, and it's somebody else. That's what he get. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? He doing dumb shit. They should have wrapped him up for that shit. Killing innocent people. That shit is crazy. Hey, y'all might be mad at me about this video, but I just say y'all, these niggas doing dumb shit.
Biz and his co-accused would later beat the case.
One of the defendants was a well-known grime musician known as C-Biz. Shortly after his acquittal, David Ozadabe spoke to the media. Did you do much writing?
I would hate, like, again, y'all gonna be mad at me, but I mean, I'm just keeping it 100, bro. I ain't even, cause all this shit really dumb, but bro, like, if I don't know, I ain't never heard of him, but if he was bragging about beating a body, an innocent body, somebody that had nothing to do with nothing, bro, he a piece of shit, bro, on me. Bro, what? I wish somebody, and I would, like, it would suck that, like, if it was somebody that, like, somebody listened to his music, too, you feel me? Because he got tender over some jewelry. Somebody that listened to his music, it was one of their family members, and he was bragging about beating a boy. He just don't know he incited another beef. Or some other shit that he ain't never knew he had coming, and somebody just dropped him. You know what I mean? That's how dumb all this shit is, bro.
Jail.
No, not really right. I'm just trying to put two things together, but just thinking.
He's thinking, man. His lawyers said he felt deeply aggrieved, spending 8 months in jail waiting for his name to be cleared.
One of his co-accused, a fellow rapper named Hurricane, would even drop a track called First Day Out, in which he thanks God for being free, and then does the dab dance move, the same dance move Nines was referring to when he said not to compare him to these dabbing ass rappers. A second chain snatching incident would also happen in 2016, when a close friend of Nines and fellow rapper, Big Keys, was reportedly robbed of his ICB chain by Stonebridge. A video would then be posted on social media of people claiming to have robbed the chain. During the video, Nines' Trapper of the Year song is playing in the background, the same song in which Nines first dissed K Koke. A Stonebridge rapper named Top Shot AR would also later shoot a music video in Church Road, while wearing the ICB chain. In the song, AR would not only diss Nines, but also K Koke, despite the fact that AR and K Koke are both from Stonebridge. Big Keys and K Koke would then throw shots at each other online. Big Keys claimed to have stabbed K Koke, while both of them were in jail.
I got everyone DMing me this K Koke blood clot bullshit. Bro, when I stabbed him up in the box, he wasn't acting hard, innit? So you can go on hard for your fans, but know the real, innit? When you saw me, you wasn't acting that way, and I poked you up to let you know, innit? Run tell that you little dickhead.
K Koke then replied saying that Big Keys had taken a beating on the wing the day before.
But you didn't tell the whole story, did you, mate? Huh? You didn't tell them that you got up on the wing the day before, though, did you?
Man, come on, keep this shit off the net and keep it in the streets. That's my whole point of all this shit.
Then, in June 2019, the biggest incident in the Nines and K Koke beef would happen, when Nines was attacked and stabbed in his face. Two men charged in the case, Top Shot AR and Matt Beach, actually posted their court documents online, so there is a record of almost everything that happened. In the court documents, the police mentioned that there's been a long-standing gang rivalry between both thugs of Stonebridge and South Kilburn versus the Church Road soldiers. The documents go on to say that AR and Beach have both been strongly linked to violence and drug supply, and that both men have been arrested for murders in the past. Regarding what happened that night, the documents state that, on June 1, 2019, police got a call around midnight for a crashed Porsche. The Porsche, which was registered to Nines, apparently crashed while trying to navigate a roundabout at a high level of speed. A taxi driver who witnessed the crash said that Nines' Porsche was being chased by a Ford Focus, which police later said was rented by AR. The taxi driver also claimed to have seen both Nines and his passenger armed with guns. After the crash, Nines and the passenger reportedly ran away, before Nines was picked up by a passing BMW. Nines claimed that the driver of the BMW was a fan who had recognized him, and stepped in to help. The BMW was then chased by the same Ford Focus, and there was a second car crash. Sometime during this scene,
hey, you gotta be a loyal fan to pick up one of your damn celebrity idols and shit and help him get away from somebody chasing him, you was inserting you in this beef. That's crazy. that bruh, just imagine you just being minding your business and you see Gets running down the street, just I'm talking about cuz just gone. You hear me? And then you pick him up in your little Toyota 4Runner or something. Like, that's crazy, bruh.
Sequence, both Nines and the driver of the BMW would be attacked with knives and sent to hospital with serious stab wounds.
See?
The paperwork reported that Nines
That's crazy. Look what you just did. You just picked this man up and now you got poked up. That's crazy.
received significant life-altering facial injuries and scarring to the right side of his face. At the hospital, Nines was also booked on suspicion of possessing a firearm. During their investigation, police would locate multiple witnesses. One witness stated that they heard one of the attackers tell Nines, quote, "That's for the fucking chain." The police believe this was a reference to C Biz's chain that was robbed 3 years prior. Another witness said they saw one of the attackers use a nearby cargo van as a launch pad for repeatedly jumping on one of the victims' heads. Multiple videos relating to the incident were later recovered, including a video showing the aftermath of the Porsche crash, and the attackers showing Nines' phone, with Zeno's picture as his lock screen.
Hey, what's this? Zena Zine? Huh? Nines' phone. Pussy. Zena Zine. Banty boy. CRK. Banty boy. CRK. You already know what's good. Gang shit.
After the attack, AR would release a diss track, where he continued to mock Zeno's death before saying to free Zeno's killers, E1 and Richie Boo, while also dissing Crime Scene.
It's facts, not memes. R.I.P. Zena Zine. Free E1 and Richie Boo. How you mean? At 17, I saw brains on the scene, and that's what we really call crime scene.
The attack on Nines sent shockwaves through northwest London. To his fans, Nines was a major UK rapper. To the police, Nines was considered the leader of the Church Road soldiers. Either way, the attack was unprecedented, and the streets were bracing for revenge. The attack sparked a wave of violence in summer of 2019, violence which persisted well into 2020. Of the many incidents that happened as a result, we'll look at 3 major ones. The first incident was the killing of Smalls. Smalls was a friend of K Koke's, and was well loved in both Stonebridge and Monk's Park. A little over a month after Nines was attacked, Smalls was executed in broad daylight, outside of a shop in Wembley. The footage of the shooting was leaked online after a police officer reportedly filmed the CCTV footage with his cell phone. In the footage, you can see Smalls standing outside a shop when a masked man rushes towards him and executes him before he can even realize what's happening. The second incident happened shortly after. 7 minutes after Smalls was killed, the same group of shooters targeted another person from the Stonebridge side. A man named Big French was sitting in his car when someone tried to shoot him, but the gun fortunately jammed. This incident was also caught on CCTV. These 2 shootings rocked northwest London, but were only a few of the many incidents which resulted from the attack on Nines. However, the third incident really drives home how sad this situation is. After Smalls and Big French were targeted, police would arrest the same 4 men in connection with both shootings. All 4 men were either members or affiliates of ICB. Among the arrested included Scraps, Jazzman, YD, and Streets. It's also reported that, while in jail awaiting trial, Scraps was nearly stabbed to death in retaliation for Smalls. Fast forward a year later, to summer 2020, and the third incident happened, when a man shot YD's baby mother, 2 teenage relatives, and his 2-year-old son in the neck, as apparent retaliation for Smalls. The level of callousness that it requires to shoot at babies, women, and teenagers is unthinkable. But, as if that wasn't bad enough, it's rumored that the shooter's own father was later gunned down in Jamaica as retaliation for this third incident. K Koke was reportedly in jail when Smalls was killed. But, after being released, he dropped a new Daily Duppy freestyle in which he talked about Smalls' passing, saying that he felt broken over the death of his friend. Nines would also recover from his injuries, drop a chart-topping album, and win a MOBO award. However, Nines' bounce back was short-lived, as he would face major legal problems after being arrested for drug and money laundering offenses in June 2021. Nines has since pled guilty to multiple charges, and is currently awaiting sentencing. Please comment, like.
That shit crazy as hell. Whew, that shit really heavy. Doing these type of reviews, bro, be heavy than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that shit wild. Cause, bro, like, niggas just be so goddamn cutthroat, bro. Hitting babies and teenagers and, like, well, just kids and women, bro. Bruh, what the fuck wrong with these niggas, bro? That shit wow. Couldn't be me, cuz. Somebody hit somebody I love, bro. Like my wife or something, or kids, bro. It's going down. I'm gonna do just like bro did off of what's that damn movie? Damn. It got Russell Crowe in it. Law abiding citizen. That nigga waited 10 years to get his get back. And he was so ruthless with it too. That man was cold, but I'm more like Frank Castle off The Punisher or something, bro. I gotta go crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But look, man, enough of that negative stuff, man. We try to spread positivity on this channel, man. But I definitely had to get some insight. I did not know Nines was on that. Nor K Koke. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, it's your boy Chip, Broke Millionaires. If you like the content, man, like, subscribe, share, man. Mess with your boy. Y'all probably gonna not like me over this little review, though. I ain't gonna cap, because I was on their ass. Y'all be smooth, though. It's your boy Chip.